Governance, Risk, and Compliance, GRC. Might sound boring, but it's what keeps your company from starring in the next disaster headline. Ignore GRC and you risk fines, scandals, and chaos that can destroy trust and reputation overnight. GRC stands for Governance, Risk Management, and Compliance. The three legs of a stool every business needs to stay upright. Governance is about clear leadership and decision-making. Think of it as the captain and rules of a ship. Risk management means spotting trouble before it hits, like icebergs or rogue interns with coffee near the server. Compliance is following the rules, laws, regulations, and internal policies, so you don't end up in legal hot water. Good governance keeps everyone on course. Risk management helps you avoid disasters. Compliance keeps you out of trouble with regulators. Together, they're the foundation for a business that survives and thrives. GRC isn't just some abstract theory discussed in textbooks or debated in academic circles. It's not merely a set of guidelines or suggestions. It's the critical framework that separates thriving, successful organizations from those teetering on the brink of disaster. It's the invisible hand guiding businesses towards stability and growth, or the absence of which leads to downfall. It's a universal principle applicable in every industry, from the smallest startup to the largest multinational corporation. In healthcare, GRC is paramount. It's what protects sensitive patient data, ensures confidentiality, and builds trust between healthcare providers and the people they serve. Mess it up, and you face devastating lawsuits, a complete loss of public confidence, and irreparable damage to your organization's reputation. In finance, robust GRC stops fraud, prevents money laundering, and safeguards the integrity of the entire financial system. It's the bedrock that keeps banks from collapsing, ensuring the stability of our economy and protecting the savings of individuals and businesses alike. Without it, institutions risk crippling regulatory fines, potential criminal charges, and the erosion of public trust. In tech, GRC means safeguarding user data from cyber threats, protecting intellectual property, and maintaining the privacy of billions of individuals. It's about staying ahead of ever-evolving privacy laws, adapting to new cybersecurity threats, and building a culture of security within the organization. One single data breach can instantly destroy your hard-earned reputation, leading to customer attrition and a significant drop in market value. Real companies, from household names to emerging startups, face very real and devastating consequences when GRC fails. It's not just about avoiding hefty fines and penalties imposed by regulatory bodies. It's fundamentally about the long-term survival and sustainability of your business in an increasingly complex and regulated world. Good GRC means establishing clear, well-defined policies and procedures that are easily understood and consistently applied across the organization, constant vigilance in monitoring systems and processes to identify and address potential risks before they escalate, and strict adherence to all applicable laws, regulations, and internal guidelines. When companies get it right, when they prioritize GRC and invest in building a strong compliance culture, they build trust with customers, partners, and stakeholders, fostering long-term resilience and success. When they don't, when they neglect GRC or treat it as an afterthought, the fallout is often swift, severe, and potentially irreversible. GRC is the fundamental difference between leading the market with confidence and integrity and becoming a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of non-compliance and poor governance. GRC isn't just paperwork, it's a smart investment that saves money and headaches. Data breaches cost millions, not just in fines but in lost customers and reputation. Strong GRC helps you make better decisions, allocate resources wisely, and avoid costly mistakes. It's like having a map in a forest. You know where you're going and how to avoid danger. Good GRC builds trust with customers, investors, and employees. It's a competitive advantage in a world where ethics and privacy matter more than ever. Companies with strong GRC attract more business and talent. Those who cut corners struggle to survive. GRC isn't a burden, it's your business's insurance policy. Don't be the company everyone avoids, be the one everyone trusts. GRC isn't just some abstract concept reserved for giant corporations with sprawling offices and complex hierarchies. It matters profoundly for every business regardless of size. Big or small, established or just starting out, the principles of GRC are universally applicable. Even a local bakery, that charming corner shop filled with the aroma of freshly baked bread, needs governance, a clear framework for how decisions are made and who is accountable. risk management, identifying and mitigating potential threats to their operations and reputation, and compliance with health codes, labor laws, and other regulations to survive and thrive in today's competitive landscape. Small businesses, despite their size, face the same fundamental risks as larger enterprises. Data breaches that can compromise customer information and erode trust, fines for non-compliance with regulations, which can be crippling for a small operation, and reputation damage stemming from poor service, unethical practices, or security lapses, often with fewer resources, both financial and human, to effectively recover from these setbacks. Ignoring GRC, especially in the early stages of your business, is like riding a bike without brakes. You're essentially gambling with your future. You don't need to be a Ferrari operating at high speed and complexity to crash and burn. Even a small bump in the road can cause a serious accident. Simple steps, taken consistently, clear roles and responsibilities within your team, regular risk discussions to identify potential problems before they arise, and basic checklists to ensure compliance with essential regulations can make a huge difference in your long-term success and sustainability. GRC principles aren't some complicated theoretical framework. They're simply good business sense, no matter your size or industry. Being organized in your operations, aware of potential risks, and prepared to handle them helps any business, regardless of its scale, thrive and achieve its full potential. You don't need expensive consultants or sophisticated software to start implementing GRC, just a genuine commitment to doing things right, ethically, and responsibly. GRC scales seamlessly with your business as you grow and evolve, protecting you and your stakeholders at every stage of your journey. It's not a luxury reserved for the elite. It's a fundamental necessity for long-term survival, sustainable growth, and lasting success in today's complex and ever-changing business environment. GRC, or governance, risk, and compliance, may not be the most glamorous topic. It doesn't have the immediate appeal of innovation or the excitement of a new product launch. But it's your business's superhero cape, the unsung hero working behind the scenes to keep everything running smoothly and protect you from unseen threats. It's practical, focusing on the nuts and bolts of how your organization operates. It's protective, shielding your company from potential pitfalls and ensuring its long-term viability. And it's absolutely essential for building a sustainable and trustworthy business. At its core, GRC is about making smarter, more informed decisions based on solid data and a clear understanding of your business environment. It's about staying compliant with all applicable laws, regulations, and industry standards, avoiding costly fines and reputational damage. And it's about proactively managing risks, identifying potential threats, and implementing strategies to mitigate them before they escalate into full-blown disasters. Good governance brings accountability and transparency to your organization, fostering trust among stakeholders. Effective risk management keeps you prepared for the unexpected, allowing you to navigate challenges with confidence. And robust compliance keeps you legal and ethical, ensuring that you operate with integrity and build a strong reputation. Embracing GRC isn't just about avoiding problems, it means less risk and more resilience, allowing your business to weather any storm. It protects your valuable assets, both tangible and intangible. It safeguards your hard-earned reputation, which is often your most valuable asset. And it maintains the trust of everyone who matters, your customers, your employees, your investors, and your community. Think of it as the safety net that allows you to take calculated risks. That lets you innovate without the paralyzing fear of failure, knowing you have a solid foundation to fall back on. Whether you're a nimble startup just finding your footing, or a sprawling global giant with complex operations, GRC is the essential foundation for long-term, sustainable success. It's not about being flashy or chasing the latest trends, it's about building a business that's built to last, a business that will still be here tomorrow and for many years to come. In today's increasingly complex and chaotic world, a little sensible GRC can go a long way toward providing stability and peace of mind. So go out there and be the business that gets it right, the one that prioritizes governance, manages risk effectively, and stays compliant, cape and all.